Yet another loss for the Toronto Raptors as they lose to Norman Powell and the Portland Trail Blazers 122-117. And I said it a couple of videos ago and I'll say it again. It seems like every night this team's allowing over 120 a night. And it's another contest, though, that's winnable late. But you can't get the big shots. And you can't, get a win. The Raptors, at one point in that fourth quarter, were down by 1. And they couldn't do anything after that. But they played a really good first half. The Toronto Raptors came out of the gate absolutely guns a-blazing in that first quarter. 41 points scored in the first quarter. They allowed 32. You're up by 9 after one quarter of play. A great quarter, but your defense has to pick it up because your offense, you can't expect these guys to score 41 every quarter. In the second, you allow 36, but you still score 33. You were up by 6 at halftime, including Rodney Hood having a very good first half, including a buzzer beater 3 at the end of the first half to give the Raptors that 6-point advantage. But you need to come out in the third with some sort of momentum. They do the total opposite of that. They go from scoring, 74, right? 74 in the first half and not being able to miss, being unreal. You know how much they score in the third quarter? 10. 10! They go almost 5 minutes without making a shot. At one point, they had a 7-point lead. They're playing pretty well. They're kind of hovering, but they're feeling okay. They're doing all right. And then, bang, brick wall, 14-0 run for the Portland Trail Blazers. And just like that, you're down 7. Now this is where we've been usually, down trying to come back in a game. What the heck happened? They just stopped scoring. They just missed a ton of shots in a row. They could not make anything. You go to the fourth, you try the comeback, you get to that 1 point late, but then they build it back up again, and you start missing shots again. And that's all she wrote is you drop it by 5. Sorry, guys. It just seems like a reoccurring theme for this team. They play a good quarter or 2 in a game. Maybe even 3 in this case. But that one that they do not play well in, they are downright terrible, but that is good enough to kind of keep you in this game and be a tight game late in the ball game. But this team is finding ways to lose. The clutch genes on this team right now, they're nowhere to be found. Whether it's a clutch stop, whether it's a clutch bucket, they can't do it. They're now 10 games under 500, 18-28. You want to hear a crazy stat? And I when I was writing out my stats and writing out my notes for you guys, I figured this out. Malachi Flynn played 10 minutes. He had 1 rebound. Aaron Baines played 14 minutes. He didn't even grab 1. The guy's useless, man. The guy is I'm sorry, I hate saying that about a player because it's hard to play sports, especially at the professional level. But man, this guy's supposed to be the big man, the guy who's grabbing rebounds. He played 14 minutes. He gave you 4 points. And yeah, well, one was a dunk. Well, if you're a freight train like that and you miss the dunk, you're a lunatic. But he can't hit a 3 to save his life. He can't rebound a ball. He's not got no mid-range. And his inside game, how many times is he going to miss bunnies in the inside? The guy is no good. I'd rather see some more Henry Ellenson than Aaron Baines at this point. The guy doesn't do anything out there. Right? Did you see the one play where he had body position of Cantor on the inside? Or was it Cantor or the other? I can't remember who it was. Or Nurkic. I can't remember who it was. And he got the ball, but he kind of scooped it up into Cantor or Nurkic. Then they get the ball, and instantly he decides to grab him. I forget if they called it a flagrant or not. They reviewed it for 1. And I'm like, Baines, 2 hands. rebound. Stop trying to one-hand it. You're not Kawhi. You don't have some claw going around. Go get back to the basics of rebounding. Look at the ball. 2 hands. Okay. The guy's useless. Gary Trent Jr., everyone's going to get on him right away. And you got to, look, I'll tell you this. 22-year-old kid, right? Was proving himself over there in Portland. Gets dealt to a new team. What does he want to do in his very first game? He wants to prove himself. He looked all right. I like his mid-range game so far. But it looks like he's forcing things right now. And especially tonight against his former team that just traded him. I get it. I understand why he's struggling in the first couple games. Now, he's playing against Detroit tomorrow, so I'd like to see some good stuff out of Gary Trent Jr. tomorrow. But overall, look, he's got a smooth J. He's got a smooth stroke. He looks good on the defensive end. He's got it. You know, he's got to put it together with the new team, and I think that's just going to take some time for him. Fred VanVleet, and I saw a lot of comments in the last video, and I agree 100%. Not a lot is being said about Fred. Everyone's yelling at Pascal. Yet the guy dropped 26 and 8 tonight. And shot 50%, so people can be quiet about Pascal. But Fred VanVleet this year has not shot the ball well. You know, yeah, he has this crazy streak of hitting threes in a row in a game. That's great. You know, he had the great, franchise record in points in the game. That's fantastic. But he had, 20 points, 5 boards, 8 dimes today. It looks great on paper. He shot 7 of 19, which is like 37% from the field. He shot 2 of 10 from three-point range. He struggled, and every time he drove to the inside, he was getting blocked. Fred VanVleet has not been playing the greatest basketball lately. Now, again, Fred is a guy who can get out of it like that. But with this team, with the way this roster is constructed, guys like Fred, guys like OG, Pascal, you can throw Gary Trent Jr. into the mix now. Those guys cannot struggle if this team wants to win ball games and go on. And it's crazy how this team has played so well against some very good teams and have lost by about that much almost every single time. But against the garbage teams, they get blown out, which makes absolutely no sense to me. They're playing up to their opponent or they're playing down to their opponent. That seems to be what they're doing at this point. 18 and 28 are the Toronto Raptors. Aaron Baines, 4 points, 2 of 5 shooting. Terrible night. We talked about Gary Trent. We talked about Fred. OG, this guy's been the only real bright spot. Well, you can say Pascal lately, but OG overall, consistency has been unbelievable. 19 points, 10 boards, 3 dimes today. Shot 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. OG's been spectacular. He gets the double-double today. Obviously, no Kyle Lowry in the game today. Yeah, he was out with some foot problem. I'm not really sure what the deal is on that, but, he didn't play today. Pascal, 26 points, 8 boards, 2 dimes, shot 8 of 16, was 8 of 10 from the line, and was 2 of 3 from three-point range. He was great. I can't say enough about Pascal and the way he's played as of late, but he can't carry a team. It's evident, and it's clear as day that he can't do that. And I don't expect him to. But other guys need to step up and shoot consistency. And you need to get some stops. Again, allowing 120 night, no good. Not good enough at all. Rodney Hood, I thought he was great tonight. I thought on the defensive end, he looked really solid. He was playing with his feet really nicely. He had 13 points, 2 boards. Shot 4 of 8 from the field. He was 3 of 3 from the line. He knocked down 2 threes. He had a steal and a block. I thought Rodney Hood played one of his better games that I've seen him play. Obviously, it's only his second game as a Toronto Raptor. He only got limited minutes in the last game. But he got some run today. Maybe it's against his former team. Maybe they wanted to do it that way. I don't know, but he looked pretty good today. Chris Boucher, who's been struggling mightily as of late, really good job today. 18 points, 11 boards. The double-double for Chris Boucher. 6 of 8 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3. So a good job for him. And Stanley Johnson coming off the bench. Once again, he had more rebounds than Aaron Baines. And he had 1. 11 points, 1 board, couple dimes for Stanley Johnson. Shot 3 of 4 from the field. Was 2 of 3 from 3. And he blocked 2 shots in the game today. You saw some good performances. But again, you gave up 122. You just can't do that and expect to win. I don't care how good your offense is on any given night. 5 guys, 6 guys in double figures, 2 guys in 20 plus. You scored 117, but you lost. Your defense wasn't good enough, right? And it was just not pretty at all. We talk about that terrible third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Raptors actually they won it. They were 33-31 in that fourth quarter. The abysmal third killed you. The Raptors shot 45% from the field, 33% from three-point range. Again, it wasn't bad. Those numbers are very skewed because of that damn third quarter. And shot 76% from the free throw line. Portland shot 47% from the field, 29% from three-point range, and 83% from the line. So they didn't shoot the ball extremely well. They had a lot of offensive opportunities. Again, the rebounding category didn't look like it was a problem on the stat sheet, but it felt like it in game. How many times did Cantor just body somebody and just get an offensive board? It's hard to watch sometimes. Now, moving on from this garbage fest tonight, the next game for the Raptors is tomorrow. Yeah, they got a back-to-back, and they got to travel from Tampa to Detroit to take on the Pistons this game. 8 p.m. tip-off in Detroit tomorrow night. Detroit, one of the worst teams in basketball. That does not matter because I think both times they've played the Raptors this season, they have spanked us. And just because they're bottom, we're 10 games under 500. People forget that. Like, championship team, playoff team, all the teams bottom of the NBA, we should crush them. You got to realize we're 10 games under. We ain't much better. Having a tough season, guys. This is going to be a long rest of the year. This is what we're going to see. But the team is struggling mightily. Inconsistency in the offensive end and just no defense. Period. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and did not enjoy the game today and were upset seeing your own pal on the other side, because I sure was, but I understand it, hit that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game. And Twitter's down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, guys. Do all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below as well, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jay's Edition, on Tuesday, as we'll be wrapping up spring training. Tomorrow is the final spring training game. So on Tuesday, we'll break down the spring training games. Wednesday, season preview. Thursday, first game of the year for the Toronto Blue Jays. There's a little Blue Jay breakdown for you coming up. And as for the Leafs, they play the Edmonton Oilers tomorrow night. I think it's a 7 o'clock puck drop there at Scotiabank Arena. 7 or 7:30, I think it's 7 o'clock at Scotiabank Arena as the Buds look for win number 4 in a row. I think it's 4 straight games. I think they get back-to-back W's against the Edmonton Oilers and really push them farther down the standings and get some breathing room between those two teams. And as for the Raptors, look, they look to win a basketball game, period. Tomorrow, Detroit, 8 p.m. tip-off in Detroit, Michigan. All right, let's just see if they can get a win. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.